I'm actually looking forward to when like there's an Acolyte of Pain versus Acolyte of Pain face-off.
Yeah.
And I think if that ever happens, it's going to favor Amaz because he also has the Cruel Taskmaster in his hand.
You know, we saw Life Coach snap keep Dr. Boom against Warrior earlier in this tournament, and he's doing it again here. I was just about to touch on this. And what a great curve from both of these players right now. And it gets even better for Amaz. He's got Harrison Jones later to deal with stuff like True Silver Champion or maybe pick up a lot of cards off Muster for battle. We got ourselves a game here, boys. Look out for fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be one of those games where one player just shuts out the opponent because one player drew poorly and the other player drew really well. Yep. Both these players got exactly what they wanted, and it's probably going to go into a fairly long game, like the game that we saw from Nivrea versus Strifecrow.
Yep. That was a golden coin, by the way. So Amaz is piloting a golden warrior deck here.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect anything less from Amaz.
If you guys have 37,000 extra dust to spare, this may be a build you want to check out.
Oh, definitely.
Wow, he's just going to go for shielded minibot straight away. This is actually really smart, too. It's going to deny Cruel Taskmaster possibilities. So Amaz is going to answer this with Fiery War Axe.
Yeah, really heads-up play. Like, it's not a play many players or almost any players would do. Giving your opponent an extra card, who does that, right? But it turned out to be the correct play, denying one extra draw from just denying the Cruel Taskmaster, which probably would have been a better play than the Fire War Axe.
Yeah, so now he's free to ignore this Acolyte of Pain. It's not a threat anymore. And Fiery War Axe able to start chipping away at this Pilot Destroyer, but that's a lot of damage he's going to take. Paladin doesn't have like the biggest reach in the world, though. Gets a second shielded minibot. Oh gosh, that's brutal.
Oh man, that's usually like one of the best cards, one of the best 2-drops in the game to drop off of Piloted Shredder. It's just overall so durable, and overall one of the most well-rounded minions.
You know, I'd really like to see Amaz just play Deathbite here. And get it set up for future turns. Like, you don't want to have to invest mana into this Deathbite later on. You're going to want to do stuff like Armor Up. You're going to potentially want to play Harrison Jones on some stuff.
How wary is he though of something like Harrison Jones though? Because Life Coach is going to turn 5, and I believe Life Coach does run Harrison Jones in his deck.
Well, I don't think it's still that bad because you can run your Acolyte of Pain into the 2-1, and if you get Harrison Jones, it's going to be clearing off a Divine Shield, it's going to be clearing off a 2-1, and you have another Deathbite to answer the Harrison Jones straight away. So I don't think it's like the worst situation in the world. And Amaz is going to have potential to get a lot of cards here. He's going to be facing down a lot of damage at the same time, but he's going to pick up 3 cards from this Light's Justice if he so pleases. But again, at the same time, though, he's facing down a big board like this, and when this is happening, Quartermaster is in the forefront of your mind. When you see 4 tokens on board, if you see 3 tokens on board even, because the Shielded Minibot's almost certainly going to be going down instead of a token. When you see this many tokens, you're worried about Quartermaster, and every single turn you don't start to deal with these tokens is one more turn that Life Coach has to actually find that card.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this is actually a turn you Harrison Jones on though?
No, I don't anymore because he's seen this many tokens. He has to deal with his board position now, and also Harrison Jones would burn a card this turn if he chose to play it.
All right. Amaz indeed goes with the Deathbite and said, "Whoa."
Oh
Admirable.
My gosh, that is a huge draw for Life Coach right now. 8 extra power added to the board, and he comes crashing in, and you can see Amaz is not going to be happy about this one. I mean, he's got to draw Brawl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is also one of the reasons the Paladin versus Warrior matchup is so favored. Warrior can deal with the 1/1 minions that Paladin brings out, like just the muster for battle minions. But against 3/3 minions, what does Warrior have? It doesn't have something like Hellfire, right? It essentially either needs Brawl or it needs Geddon plus Whirlwind, and those are the only options.
This is one of the reasons why a lot of Warriors run cards like Explosive Sheep, is for situations just like this one. Amaz does not have that luxury right now. I have no idea how he's going to get out of this. I imagine this is... Oh, gosh. Oh, everything looks so ugly.
Are we going to see...
10, 11, 12, 13... He's facing down 12 damage here. I mean, if he plays Shieldman, he drops to 1. He dies to True Silver Champion. He dies to Defender of Argus. He dies to Consecrate.
Oh, no, oh man. Shield slamming recruits.
Oh gosh, I'm cringing. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh no. Oh geez. And Life Coach has got Dr. Boom and Piloted Sky Golem to follow this up. This game is all but locked away for Life Coach right now.
I would have to think the very obvious play here is the Dr. Boom, almost forcing your opponent out of the game completely.
Yep.
Not only because of the 7/7 body, but because the boom bots are just, if your opponent tries to clear the board, he can just die immediately.
Armor Smith's not going to do it, and there's actually no way for Amaz to clear this board position. Wow.
No way indeed.
Yeah, this is just, I think this is just done like dinner. You don't typically expect Paladin versus Warrior games to go this quickly, but that Quartermaster was a blowout.
And I believe Life Coach actually only runs one Quartermaster in his entire deck, so that was an especially lucky draw, I feel.
So Amaz going to be able to go up to 6 this turn. He's down to 1 right now, though. I don't see it. I'm pretty sure it's a sleep up. He goes, wait a minute. These Boombot hits, this could matter. Could it? We can muster for battles. Nah, it doesn't matter.
No,
Muster for battles
it
going to
doesn't
be
matter.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lights Justice is just 1 over,
Yeah,
or just exactly what he needs.
The muster for battle shield. Wow, and just enough to finish it off for Life Coach, taking this series 3-2. That game went so much quicker than I expected, and just everything went wrong for Amaz. Muster for battle showed up early. Quartermaster showed up right off the top. He didn't have access to Whirlwind. He didn't just. God, I thought this was going to be like a long game where both players were fighting so hard for board control, but just everything went Life Coach's way. And it was so heads up of him to run the shielded minibot into that Acolyte to prevent a cruel Taskmaster play that would have given him. They would have given a module